Hey guys, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys are safe, happy, and healthy. Okay, so today we're going to get into mental health, okay, and specifically because I can understand, I can relate mental health in the Black community, okay. So we all know mental health in the Black community is kind of it's like I don't want to say taboo, but it's kind of like walking on eggshells, right? Because in our community years back, our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, as a whole, we were taught like to keep the business in the family, right? Don't go out here sharing our business. Don't tell nobody what you're doing. Don't tell nobody what happened. You know what I mean? It's like almost like keep the business within the family. Keep what's going on in this household, right? And so that may have worked back then because it was a different thing, and the neighborhoods were kind of smaller and it was close knit, and back in the day everybody knew everybody because it wasn't as open as it is now. It just was a different time, right? But now in this generation, in this century, in this year of 2020, you can no longer keep your business to yourself. You can no longer keep situations in the household, right? Mental health, you can no longer keep that. Domestic violence, you can't keep that. Sexual abuse, emotional abuse, right? Molestation, all those things. A lot of things happen to people within their families, and they keep it to themselves because that's what they were taught back in the day, right? That's what we were taught and told, basically. Not even taught, but we were told, you better not go share this, right? But now, and so now I have seen, being in the social work field, I have seen that generational teaching and that generational cycle, how that has kind of hurt us, not helped us, but hurt us as a community, right? As a culture, as a Black culture, because we don't really want to go seek help. And when it comes to the whole thing about therapy, it's like, oh, I don't want to go talk to somebody. I don't want to go to therapy. I need help and I want to talk to somebody, but I don't really want to go to a therapist. I don't really think I need therapy. I don't really think I need counseling. Well, my question is why? Why is that a bad thing? If you know that you need help, why don't you go seek that help? Where else are you planning to seek this help from? Where else are you planning to talk to somebody? Where are you going to get that from if you don't go seek professional help, right? And I know a lot of people, they want to talk to their family or they want to talk to their friends because they believe this idea of therapy is bad. It's a negative thing. But then when you go talk to this family member or you go talk to this friend about your situation, they're not really, they may be giving you advice based on their own personal issues or their own personal bias, right? But they're not giving you sound information of non-judgment, giving you information that you need to hear, that you need to know, that can really help you, opposed to they're using their own judgment about your situation or about what they know of you or the situation to give you advice, but that advice is not really beneficial to you in order to get over whatever you're going through, right? Because I mean, it's a family and friend, it's just different. And are they really going to tell you what you need to know for your own growth, for your personal growth, to really truly help you? Maybe not, right? And so going to a therapist, going to therapy and going to counseling, that person does not know you. And of course, I know some people, it's like a thing of, well, I don't want to be judged. Well, sometimes you're judged anyway. A therapist, your cousin, your aunt, whatever, right? Your family judges you. People say they don't judge, but sometimes it's kind of hard not to judge, right? And so a therapist may judge your situation, but who cares, right? You don't know them. Your family, on the other hand, if they judge you or whatever the case, you may not really want to share all that you want to share with them because they know you personally and they know that person or they know that situation. And so you really can't explain what you need to explain. But this therapist, this counselor does not know you from Adam, okay? They could really care less about your family, your aunt, or whatever. They are literally there clinically to help you overcome your situation, give you coping skills to help you overcome that situation, allow you to get over that situation, get over this hurdle, and allow you to be your best self so that you can heal from the past situations. And when I'm talking to family and friends and clients, I always push therapy. I always push counseling. And it might be a little bit too much sometimes. I'm like counseling, but I believe in it. And from a personal experience, I know what not going to therapy can do to a person, right? I know what not going to therapy sooner did to me, right? And it wasn't because I was afraid to go to therapy, or it wasn't because I was afraid of the judgment. Because as I said, as a social worker, I know all about that. I know how that works. I know how the system works. It just was, for me, I just felt I could work it out. I can get over this myself. I can handle it myself. I can heal myself, right? I kept saying, I got this. I'm good. I don't need to go. I'm good. I'm good. But your girl wasn't good. Okay. So you can only suppress things for so much. And I'm a type of person, I suppress, I suppress, I suppress. And that one thing that can come up that may have nothing to do with my past comes, or it may be something that comes and it triggers me. And I go off. I see black, right? And then once I see black, everything that I may have done for myself to progress, to be a better person, it goes down. It's immediately gone and immediately wiped out because that one trigger set me back years. And we all have triggers. We may not know what our trigger is in that moment. We may not know our trigger until we're triggered, right? And then once we're triggered, we're like, okay, that has to be a trigger. So I kept, pushing off therapy and pushing off therapy. And I finally was like, okay, let me go because, a situation that happened to me when I was, 15, it presented itself in a trigger when I was 20. And then that situation was on top of the thing from 15. So then 15 and 20, and then something else happened, 22. And then that, then something else happened, 16 and 25. It just kept, everything just kept adding on like stair steps. Everything kept adding on. And I got to a point and I was like, I just can't. I can't anymore. I'm beat down. I'm torn down. I cannot do this anymore. I have to get help. I have to help myself because I was tired of crying. I was tired of hurting. I was tired of hurting myself mentally, emotionally, physically. I was tired. I was tired of having these negative thoughts of, well, maybe I don't deserve to be here on earth. And the moment I started thinking those type of thoughts, I said, okay, this is it. I cannot do this to myself because I'm worthy. I'm worthy to be here and I'm worthy to overcome. I can heal from this. Anybody can heal from any situation with the proper help and the proper guidance. And it may take longer, but you can do it, right? And so, I finally went to therapy and I was like, oh my God. All these years, I tried to do it by myself and I couldn't. And I'm here and and it's helpful. And of course, I wasn't in therapy long because, health insurance got switched, a different job, blah, blah, blah. So I had to stop going to therapy, because my health insurance and everything got switched around, whatever. And so I haven't been back since. I was only in therapy probably a few months, like 7, 8, 9 months. And I haven't been back to therapy. And this has been probably about 3 or 4 years now. And your girl needs to go back because I never, I wasn't in therapy long. So I didn't get to really do what I needed to do. I didn't really get to the healing and all of those things. So I need to go back. But I just want to encourage everybody, specifically my brothers and my sisters. Do not be afraid or ashamed to go get help. If you know in your mind that you are not who you want to be for you, but also for family or friends or your kids or whoever, and you know that you can't do it by yourself because it's next year and then the year after that and the year after that, and it's the same thing. You're not becoming a better person. You're not evolving and elevating as we all should. We should always be elevating and growing, always, right? If you know that that's not being done, then you need to go seek the help that you can seek. And you're not weak. Let me explain this. You're not weak, okay? Go get the help. Go seek the help. Put everything that you have, and I promise you, when you go and you just dump it all out, it's gonna be hard because a lot of things, like I said, and a lot of us, we suppress things. And so when you suppress things so long, it's like, okay, it lies dormant. It lies dormant. And going to therapy brings it back up. So of course you're gonna be sad, you're gonna be pissed, you're gonna be hurt, you're gonna be crying. You're going to be putting it all on the table, boo-hooing. And when you go home, you're going to be crying because you just thought about it. You probably hadn't thought about these things in years, like, at the forefront of your mind. And so now you're sad and you're sad. But the more you keep going to your sessions, the more you keep going, things get easier. You're never going to forget what happened to you or, what happened to somebody else or whatever the situation is. You're never going to forget it. But the thing is to, one, forgive yourself for the things, but then also forgive others. So the things that happened to me, I had to forgive myself because I beat myself up a lot. And I was like, I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have went that route, etc. And so I had to forgive Brendan, right? I'm like, Brendan, this was this and this was that. You probably shouldn't have been in this situation. You probably shouldn't have done that. You probably should have thought about this better. If you did this here, this wouldn't have happened. So, I blamed myself a lot for a lot of the things that happened to me because it's me, right? It was in my situation. And so I blamed myself first, but then I blamed the other person second, right? And so I just was so angry. But you have to forgive, because forgiving kind of releases it, and it allows you to be better for yourself and for the next person that may come into your life. So go seek the help, okay? Mental health in the Black community is so, so important. Whether it's in a lot of things too, if you don't go seek this help, and I'm gonna end this video soon. If you don't go seek the help, a lot of things, like I said, pile up, but then they lead to other things, right? So depression, major depression, then schizophrenia. You know what I mean? Then you may start abusing drugs and alcohol. Then you may start, self-harm. It's just a lot of things that can come from it. A lot of diagnoses or disorders can come from, because it's just so much. Trauma will take you down. Trauma will change your chemical makeup. Okay, trauma. Oh, it's just, that's a whole nother discussion. We'll get into trauma and everything too in another video. But it all adds, and in the end, it's not going to help you. Go seek the help. If somebody has something to say, okay, whatever. You doing what you got to do for you. Okay, you're going to go be your best self. And while they're still over there talking about the old situation, while they're still over there being negative and being hateful and being upset, just not really progressing because they don't want to go seek the help because they're afraid of judgment, etc. You're going to be out there and you're going to be doing right, and you're going to be dancing because the demons are falling off. The pain is falling off. The hurt is falling off. Your weaknesses are falling off, right? The things that happened to you in the past is all falling off. And so when you're standing tall in your therapy session, but you'll be able to start to see your progress. And when you start to see that you're progressing, it's like, wow. You can pat yourself on the back and be like, I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. Be proud of you. Don't worry about nobody else. Because at the end of the day, people may say, oh, if you need anything, let me know. And you ever had a situation, they'd be like, if you need me, you can call me. And you call them, and they'd be like, oh, well, I'm busy. People may want to be there. They may want to support you in hindsight or whatever because they care. That may be true. But when it really comes down to it and you are bawling your eyes out and you're crying and they don't understand, they don't know how to help you because they can't help you, and you can't help you, you're going to have to get to a point where you're like, damn, I can't do this no more. I need to go get help, and go get it, and be good with it, okay? Let's break the stigma of mental health. You are not weak if you seek therapy. You are actually strong because you see that you want better for yourself. You see your weaknesses and you want to turn them into strength. So you go out and you seek professional help so that you can be better. That's a strength, okay? Everybody can't recognize their wrongs. Everybody can't recognize them and then want to be right and want to be better and do better. So let's stop it. Stop judging each other for what somebody has done. Stop pushing your values on somebody, your morals and your values on somebody. Stop it. What's yours is yours. What's theirs is theirs. Your experiences are not their experiences. Your upbringing and your life is not theirs. You may have had a traumatic experience. You may have had the same traumatic experience, right? You may have experienced a divorce, or you may have experienced domestic violence or drug use in the home or whatever, and they may have experienced the same exact thing. But you know what's different? You too. Both of you are different people. Your brains are differently. You were created differently. So it may be the same experience, the same situation. It may be the same situation, but it's not going to be the same experience. And so this person may come out of that situation great. They're good. They may not have needed counseling, or maybe they may have went maybe 1 or 2 times just to get it all out, and they were like, I'm good. They excelled. They went to go on to do this, go do this. Now they're an advocate for domestic violence. They're an advocate for sexual abuse, etc. And then this other person, the same situation, they couldn't get right. They went downhill. They got into a domestic violence situation. They got into a partnership. They were being abused. They didn't go on to be successful. So it's just different because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation may be similar or maybe different, but their experiences and how they take that trauma on has different effects. So I hope I made sense. If I didn't make sense, I hope I made sense. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I am going to be posting another video. So if you like this video, just please leave a nice little comment. Let your girl know that you liked it. If you want more videos like this, Yeah, so be safe, be happy, be blessed, love yourselves. I love you. Have a good one. Bye.